Welcome to SMR Bitesize. Monday's news stories coming right up. But before that, if you like what we're doing, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and of course, subscribe to the channel. Well, there can only be one news story worthy of comment today. No, not him. And certainly not her. Now, I am, of course, speaking of Sunak versus Johnson, the WhatsApp scandal. The latest twist being that the government have threatened to pull Johnson's legal aid if he goes behind their back, undermines their authority, and hands over unredacted material directly to the COVID inquiry. But that aside, we're going to focus on just one aspect of this story today. The problem, or in fact non-problem as it turns out, of Johnson refusing or not being able to hand over his old phone, either directly or indirectly, to the inquiry. This is the phone that he claims he's not switched on since April 21, the phone that has alleged security issues. His number was leaked online for 15 years, it seems. And more importantly, this is the phone that covers communications between the beginning of the pandemic in early 2020 and around 18 months later, in the late spring of 2021. Now, it can't be just me, surely. Someone out there must have spotted the simple solution to this problem. Before I spell it out, here's an analogy for you. Let's say you were lucky/stupid enough to steal £1 million from a bank vault. You're not caught on CCTV, there's no DNA fingerprint evidence, the cops are at a dead end, and 5 years later it seems you've got away with it. But to make doubly sure at least the money couldn't be found even if you were, and put in the slammer for your crimes, you buried it and you made a map with its exact location pinpointed. And you kept that map stashed away under lock and key, never revealing its whereabouts to anybody. Sounds pretty watertight, doesn't it? Well, here's the thing. In your wisdom/foolishness, you made a copy. Not only that, but you mailed that copy to your great Aunt Beryl. Not only that, but you told the cops that's what you'd done. My guess is by now you're probably joining some of the dots that we did. Doesn't matter how much you stamp your feet and refuse to hand over the keys to the vault where you've locked your copy of the map, all the feds have got to do is just nip over to Beryl's, charm the pants off her with an almond fruit slice, and she's bound to play ball. The cops have their map, the location of the loot, and justice can finally be done. Right, well, let's just apply all that to WhatsApp Gate, shall we? Even if WhatsApp refuse to cough up what's on their servers, and I don't know whether they are legally obliged to, every log of every conversation Johnson would have had between January 2020 and May 2021 aren't just sitting there on his phone that he can't access. Those exact same logs will be on the phone of every single person he was in communication with. Rishi Sunak, Matt Hancock, Chris Whitty, Patrick Vallance, Jonathan Van Tam. Now, one would assume that all their phones have also been requested by the COVID inquiry and Lady Hallett. I mean, surely it's a given, isn't it? Now, yes, I know it probably falls outside the inquiry's remit to request the phones of some of the people Johnson may have been in communication with during that time. All his right-wing press baron buddies, Rupert Murdoch, quite possibly him too. But, correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't the solution we've just proposed, which I'm pretty sure a 5-year-old could grasp, solve 90% of the problem, at least? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Are we way off? Or is this something that you'd been wondering about too? If you enjoyed this video, visit 16millionrising.co.uk, where you can listen to this week's full radio show for free, support us with a donation, buy us a coffee, or subscribe as an early riser. Back tomorrow.